I'm Linda Ray from Real Estate One. We are here as the Linda Ray team to interview the wonderful mayor of Rochester Hills. On my left is Kim Truelove, Paula Ray Johnston, and Pete Johnston.
Hello, Brian. I'm here to talk about new development in Rochester Hills here, specifically single-family homes, and what's new in our future here. I've watched a new development right down off of Livernois and Hamlin. I've watched one off of Hamlin, which I'm involved with there. What else is new that I don't know yet is coming? Are there large tracts of land that are being changed over? Give me your opinion and tell me what you can or cannot tell.
Well, one of the, there's always two sides to every story, and the great side about our community is that we're highly desirable. We have great schools, we have great amenities, people love our parks, and so we really are a desirous place to live. And when you have people that want to be in your community, you have to create the housing for that need. And so you see people selling their larger tracts of homes, where 3 homes now become 9 and 6 homes become 15, and folks are trying to assemble acreage so that they can do that, and we see that happening all over the city. And I think what is kind of exciting is the different kinds of housing stock we see coming. We see some single family coming, we see some higher end apartments coming, we see condominiums coming, and even in that single family housing, there's all different kinds. There's some designed and focused on senior living, and some designed for first-time home buyers. So we think it's a great time to be looking for a home in Rochester Hills, and we know that our housing stock is trying to mimic the kinds of diverse people looking to be in our community.
Hi, Brian. I am so proud of everything that you've achieved so far, but what is the one thing that you would really say, this is like my crowning glory, that we all really promote you, think you're wonderful, but what is the one thing in your heart that you really say stands out as your legacy?
Well, for me, there's 2 big projects that the city is working on. Auburn Road Corridor, sort of the whole reconstruction of that, which is a $12 to $13 million complete redesign to kind of create a downtown district where one didn't exist before. That's taking a lot of my time, but the one that has taken my heart is Innovation Hills, and that's my sort of passionate project to develop a beautiful new place to recreate in Rochester Hills. And last year we opened the park with the only park in the country that we can find that has glow-in-the-dark sidewalks. We put boardwalks in. This year we're building a $2.5 million all-accessible playground. So we think this is going to be a really cool place to bring your families and your pets and your grandkids, and we think it's going to be just something incredible, not just for Rochester Hills residents, but for folks in our region. And as a dad of 2 boys, anything that I can do outside and kind of create those community experiences has been important for me as a resident of Rochester Hills to be able to create that for the next generation. I hope will be part of my legacy.
I love the Innovation Park, and I just think it's amazing, especially for the portion for the autistic children. It's just amazing to me. I just wondered if you could give us a little highlight of what's coming this summer.
So one of the things that we wanted to do, we have great parks in the city. We have a really active park in Borden Park where there are thousands of softball, baseball, and soccer games every year, inline skating, very active. We have a more relaxed Bloomer Park where we've got beautiful trails, and we've got the state's only outdoor velodrome, and it's a little bit more relaxed, 200 acres, sledding hill, kind of more chill. We've got Spencer Park. It's got a lake, and the lifeguards and boating opportunities. What we were missing was kind of something that was for everyone in terms of accessibility, and it's also something on the west side of our city. And so Innovation Hills, from the beginning, was going to be a park for everyone, all ages and all abilities. And so we've met with the schools, we've met with Oakland University, in particular your question about autism. We met with a lot of folks who specialize in providing services for that community. And so everything from the colors that we're using to the experience that people have in the park and specifically in the playground is all designed with that in mind, so that if you can get on a slide as an able-bodied student or user, that every person, no matter your ability, would be able to slide, do the merry-go-round, play in the river, do all the different things that every other student could. And we really can't find anything in Southeast Michigan that's like it. And so we've had a consistent and clear focus on making sure that Innovation Hills has something for everybody. It is dog-friendly, and we're seeing a lot of people use it for that reason right now. And also, as a side note, we've just changed our rules on allowing dogs at Spencer Park just last week. So that now, as long as the beach is closed, people can come in with their dogs. There's a beautiful 1-mile walking loop around Spencer Park that now is great for people. And of course, the The lake is closed until Memorial Day, and so we've got dogs now that are able to use Spencer Park as well. But Innovation Hills is certainly a point of great personal pride, and as it continues to develop and the community continues to support it, I think it's going to look even cooler in the future.
Hi, Mayor Barnett. In the area of art, specifically public art, is there any specifics you can give us as to what is going to be incorporated into the city?
Well, it's a newer focus for us, and so we are really. I've watched some of my colleague mayors across the country successfully intertwine art into their communities in ways that I've really been impressed with. And so a few new things that are kind of really brand new. One is we want to really take advantage of the art opportunities we're going to have with this Auburn Road corridor. So this last month, the council approved something that I asked them to consider, which was paying about $70,000. We're also going for a grant, working with the Paint Creek Center for the Art, and having students draw and create art within that mile-and-a-half segment. So we're going to have 25 art installations on the pavement within the Auburn Road corridor as a collaborative effort with the Paint Creek Center for the Arts. We're also talking about some art throughout that whole project that I've seen some sketches of. We're talking about these trees that we found from the Getty Museum that are kind of rebar trees that have flowers that grow from them. We also have some other art opportunities in the city, for example, where we realigned Drexel Gate and where the new bank is going, and we've got an area right there that we're working with a few people to bring some art to the community. One other area, we have a developer in the city who's asked for some exceptions to build a little thing that he's doing over by Rochester High School. We said you can, but you have to add art. And so they're adding an art piece and some art sculptures to this little restaurant development that's happening across from Rochester High School. So we're not certainly the most progressive in the country. Many areas have been infusing art for many, many years. But we see it. We believe in it. It's always hard to pull public dollars for it. So we're trying to work with partners to make it happen. But I see art being a very vibrant part of this community moving forward. And we're working on getting 3 or 4 art installations in right now.
Brian, thank you so much for your time today. I know that you're so extremely busy, but it was really interesting, and I'm sure that the public is going to love to hear what you had to say today.
Well, thank you. And I often say when I'm working with folks in the business that you're in, that you're really the front lines. Before they meet the mayor, they meet you. And their first impression of a community is often you telling them, for example, in our city, that we're the safest city in Michigan, or that we've got great schools, or as you drive through, drive by the library, or check out, here's our favorite restaurants for our family. You are often the first face of our community, so it really is a partnership. Thank you for doing what you do, and for bringing new and hopefully engaged residents to Rochester Hills.
Thank you.
Thank you.